So you're probably wondering what HTML is and why you should learn it. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is basically the backbone of any website that you see on the internet today. Imagine being able to format web pages, make interactive emails, and add images and videos to any blog or website that you see. How cool would that be? If you are new to my channel, my name is Jasmine Wu, the creator of TechGalDiaries, and in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you my strategy on how to format text, add lists, and create clickable images in HTML. I remember learning HTML as my first programming language, and I still think it is one of the best programming languages for beginners to pick up on. However, if you want to really understand the concepts that I teach in this video, you have to follow along with the exercises. So stick around. I promise it will be worth your time. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing that I want you guys to know is that I pasted the sample text for this tutorial in the description of this video, so you guys can copy and paste it to use. What I want you to do now is go into your favorite browser, type in codepen.io. This website will be our code editor for today. What I want you to do is use the sample text in the description of this video and paste it into the left-hand column where it says HTML, and you will be able to see what happens at the bottom. So if I go to the sample text, I am going to copy it, and I will be pasting it in the HTML column. Immediately, you can see below here that you can see the text at the bottom showing up. So the first concept that I wanted to tell you guys about is that HTML is made up of pairs of tags. Each tag is made up of a greater than symbol and a less than symbol, but the difference between the beginning tag and the ending tag is that the ending tag also has a / in there. So what you want to do is put text in between these tags to tell the computer what you want to do when you're formatting the text. Great, so let's try an example. Let's add some tags to make this title pop. So on the left-hand side, we can see that the 3 reasons why I've loved coding. This is my title. How this will work is that I will add an H1 tag, which means that this is a header tag. So there's a bunch of header tags, and it starts from H1, which is the largest header, to H2, which is the second largest heading, and so on. So right here at the bottom, you can see that this text has been bolded, and it is very big. So what if I want this sentence to be it's kind of like a subheading? Then I would probably make it like an H2 or an H3. So let's see here. If I make this an H3 tag, you can see that it is slightly bolded and big, but it's not as big as the H1 tag, which is what we want. So another cool thing that you can do with these tags is make an emphasis tag. So what this does, it makes the words into italics, just like in a Word document. So let's try it out. Maybe I want the word love to be in italics, so we'll add emphasis tags around it, which is the EM tag. And as you can see at the bottom, the word love is now in italics. Now, what if you want something to be bolded? Well, same thing. We'll use the strong tag. So we'll just use the strong tag around the words that we want to be bolded, and let's see what happens. So right here at the bottom, you can see that the words that I wanted to be bolded are now here. And yeah, some of these tags, they're written in plain English. It's not too bad to pick up on. It's pretty straightforward. There's tons of these HTML tags, but these are some of the main ones that you need to know to be able to format your text. Now, the second concept that I want to show you guys today is making lists in HTML. In HTML, there are 2 types of lists, ordered lists and unordered lists. Let me show you the difference. So the first thing that we're going to have to do, no matter what type of list that we're making, is make sure that the computer knows where the bullet points are. We do this by adding the LI tag, which stands for list. So for each list bullet, we're going to add this tag on them. So right here, I have 3 bullets, and I'm going to add these tags for each one of them. Don't forget to add the / for the ending tags, as always. And as you can see here, we can see 3 bullets in this list. Now we're going to have to tell it what type of list we want this to be. So by default, it is already the unordered list, so you won't see too much of a difference if I add unordered list tag on them. But what if we want this list to be an ordered list? What we will do is change this to an OL tag instead of a UL tag, which tells the computer that we want an ordered list. And what's different is now we see that the bullets are ordered numbers. Finally, we'll probably want to add an image to this post. What we want to do is find an image URL. You can get the URL by just right-clicking on the image that you want to include, but I'm just going to use an image that I already have. And what we're going to do is get this image link, and let's say we want this image right here. We're going to add an image tag. So watch carefully what I am about to do. I type in img for image, space, src, which is the source. Then in quotations, I want you to paste the link of that image in between these quotations and close it. So now you can see we have this pretty giant image, but we're not going to learn how to format the image today. So there we go. We have this image in our post. So the image tag is sort of like a special tag. It doesn't really have a closing tag. It's just this one giant one that has the source. And usually it also has an alt in there, which means that if a browser for some reason is not able to display this image, we wanted to display some text to tell the person what's supposed to be there. So let's just say, I love coding image. So people kind of have an idea what it's supposed to be there and not just see a blank screen and be very confused. So now what we want to do is add a image that is clickable. So the first thing that I want you guys to do is grab that link that you want this image to go to once you click on it. And then we're going to add an A tag around this image tag. So A space href, which means reference to the link that we want. And then once we have that, we're going to write target equals space blank. And what this does is it makes sure is that once we click on it, it will open in a new tab and not override the tab that we are looking at right now. And we're going to close this tab. And there we go. So once we click on it, as you can see, it opens up a new tab for us and displays the link that we want. Fantastic job, guys. I hope you guys had fun doing this tutorial with me. And if you want to see a part 2 of this video tutorial, please give this video a like and subscribe so that I know. See you next time.